Hello everyone, this is Photoshop by Stars from 1 to 5. Today we will learn more about the basic parts of the Photoshop interface and practice working with panels as well as Photoshop workspaces. So the moment comes when we need to tweak something on our photos. Usually it becomes the start of our acquaintance with such a multifunctional program as Photoshop. Photoshop is the leading graphics editor, which is used not only by professional designers, retouch artists and photographers, but also by regular users who want to paint over a pimple on their photo. In this video and in the following ones, we will learn how to use this program for our needs. We will start with the most important thing, the overview of the program's interface. It will help us to understand the location and purpose of every part. We will study this program using Photoshop Creative Cloud version of 2015 as an example. After the program launch, you will see the program work window that will look like this. So what do we have here? In the center there is an image editing area. Here our image will be located and all the necessary operations will be performed. The main menu of the program is located on the top. Here we can find most commands for image editing. We are not going to use all of them directly from the main menu, as some are duplicated in other places or called by shortcut keys. But some commands can be opened only from the main menu, or you have to create shortcuts for them yourself. Below the main menu we can see the Options panel, which interacts directly with a tool panel and changes depending on the tool you have chosen. The Tools panel is a very important part of the Photoshop interface. It is here that you will choose the necessary tools for editing and modifying your pictures. After choosing a tool, you can apply it to the current document. This panel can be shown in one column to save the space or in two. It's up to you to decide. I prefer to have two columns, so I will just leave it like this. The tools are sorted by groups. First group includes Selection, Crop and Slice tools. In the second group we have Retouching and Drawing tools. Then Text Entry tools and Vector Elements tools. Below we can find the Hand tool for moving the parts of an image around and Zoom tool for zooming in. And finally the tools for choosing foreground and background colors, edit in Quick Mask mode and change screen mode. The latter can also be done with the hot button F. We will learn more about the Tools panel and its essential part, the Options bar, in our next video. And now let's get back to the program's interface. In the window on the right we can see the additional panels, which are also called palettes. Palettes are special model windows intended for working with images. They also have their own control elements. In Photoshop there is a wide array of palettes used for different purposes, and you can decide yourself which of them would be shown. So let's try and practice it. You can display any palette on the screen with the help of the window menu, where you can choose the palette you need. Please note that some palettes have corresponding hotkeys. By pressing them you can quickly call certain palettes. Palettes that you see in the program's work window are marked by ticks. You can remove one of those palettes by removing a tick, and vice versa you can add a palette by marking it with a tick. Let's get a view of palette's control elements using Color Palette as an example. You can maximize the palette as well as minimize it by clicking on the arrow icon with the left mouse button. You can also place the palettes anywhere on the screen, moving them around with the same left mouse button. To do this, we click on the name of the palette and drag it to the center of the working area, holding the button. Then we can place it wherever we like. When you click on the name of the palette, it will unfold. Again, we can maximize it or minimize. Also, we can reduce it again, take it by the top and drag the palette back. We can also move not just one palette, but the whole block. And place it anywhere we want. For example, dock it to the left side of the window. But now if we want to move this palette to the center, the Tools panel will move along and it has been docked. So we will have to drag the Tools panel back by pulling on it and dock to the left side again. You can drag one palette from the block, taking it by the black dots on the top, otherwise you will drag the whole bar. Then we return the palettes to the right side. Now let's close the palettes we don't need. For this I will unfold the block of palettes with the help of an arrow and choose Close in the drop-down list of unnecessary palettes. Then reduce the whole block. After that, I take this palette and drag it here to get more space in the working area. Also, in order to clear space, I can minimize it to the extent when only icons are displayed. Though for beginners, it would be better to leave the names of the palettes, so they won't get lost in all the icons. If we want to hide the palettes temporarily, we use the Tab button. To return, we should press it again. It's up to you to decide which palettes to have on your desktop. It depends on your needs. In most cases, Layers palette is used, as this is what the main Photoshop operation is performed with. We will get back to this topic later. Also, the History palette could be useful. Here, all the changes made to the image are listed, and we can reverse them. Every Photoshop user forms his or her own list of necessary palettes. But what if someone sat at your computer, closed your Photoshop and mixed everything up? It would be useful to know how to save this list so you don't have to set it up again. For this you need something called a workspace. In Photoshop there are workspaces on default which were created by the developers for the certain actions. For example, for 3D, painting, photography, typography, etc. But we can create our own workspace clicking on a New Workspace button. Then a window appears on the screen where we print a desired name. For example, New. Also, if we want to keep our keyboard shortcuts and menus, we mark them with ticks. As the given menus list can also be edited, and it can all be saved into the same workspace. Then we press Save. Now our workspace is renamed and saved. So if we go to the Window menu and choose another workspace, for example 3D, and if we want to return our previously saved workspace, we go to Window menu again and choose the workspace, which in our case is named New. Also, we can choose the workspace from the drop-down list on the top of the window. If we change something in the workspace now, for example, put some palettes here like this, how can we return to our saved workspace, given that we have already chosen it? For this, there is a command reset, followed by the name of the workspace, New, which casts our workspace back to the initial state. Now let's talk about the abilities of Photoshop working area. To open a file, it is not necessary to use the option File and Open. We can just click on the working area twice if there isn't any file, and open a file from there. You can also adjust brightness by pressing Shift F2 to increase it and Shift F1 to decrease. I prefer to use this dark gray default panel, so I will leave it as it is. That's all for today. In our next video, we will learn more about the main menu of the Photoshop. Thank you for watching our channel. If you have any questions, please ask in the comments. If you liked our video, please add it to your playlist so you don't lose it. And if you want to see more videos on our channel, please like and subscribe. May the force of the Photoshop be with you.